Skyland Ranch is one of the newer attractions, but is it worth the cost or time? Let's look at this attraction and learn more. Welcome to Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one bear fact at a time. Looking at Skyland Ranch from the Parkway in Sevierville, you might not be overly impressed. Compared to many other attractions in the region, they seem, not so exciting. From the road, all you see is a chairlift ride, and yes, you can see the mountain coaster, but really, how is that much different from the dozen or more other coaster rides in the area? The thing is that Skyland Ranch hasn't developed the reputation of many of the chairlift rides or aerial attractions in the area, such as Anakista and Gatlinburg. They certainly haven't had time to show their staying power of the parks like Sky Park or Uber Gatlinburg. I mean, Skylift Park was lifting people to the top of the mountain before I was born, and Uber was opening their slopes and shuttling people to their mountain in their aerial tram as early as the 1970s. All of these attractions are in Gatlinburg and are sitting high up on mountains, overlooking the Smoky Mountains. How can Skyland Ranch even begin to compare? And to top it off, they're in Sevierville. What kind of view can you get from there? Well, in this video, we'll show you exactly how good the view is and share our first time experience at Skyland Park with all of you. Being the new kid on the block is hard, especially since the competition is so fierce. And here's the thing, those other parks have worked hard to develop their reputation. They've spent millions of dollars building up their attractions, advertising, and getting their name out there. They didn't take any shortcuts to build up their mini mountain empires either. There's a lot of hard work and even a forest fire or two they had to overcome. It's clear that Skyland Ranch has to put in a lot of time, money, and work into their attraction to begin to stand up to the big guys, which Skyland Ranch is doing. They are adding new things each year to their park, marketing through Groupon and other coupon-based programs, putting up bulletin boards, working in conjunction with other local businesses such as Food City to get their name out there, and putting in seasonal activities to try and compete with the big guys. And I believe if they keep grinding the pavement, they just might succeed, because the bones of this place are pretty good. One thing that Skyland Ranch is doing to gain attention is to really push the seasonal activities. During spring, they put on an Easter dinner. The fall season, they have live entertainment, hay rides, and a Thanksgiving feast. They even put on a Jeep event during Jeep Week in August. They also have live dinner shows throughout the seasons as well. And for November and December, they have the Festival of the Lights. For this event, they pull out the twinkling lights, hot chocolate, and invite Santa to come and visit for the season. This last event was the one that finally got us through their doors. Skyland Ranch in Sevierville, Tennessee, is owned by Lisa and Mark Wilford. They first opened in November of 2022, and they also own the Rowdy Bears Smoky Mountains Snow Park in Pigeon Forge, which opened a month later. The ranch is on 100 acres of land that actually used to be a farm and ranch, hence the theme behind their name and decor. And though they have some livestock at the attraction, they aren't a functioning farm anymore. The ranch shares a border with the Five Oaks Farm Kitchen and their horse stables, which I didn't even know they had over there until we started looking at the Skyland Ranch. What a random thing to have, a restaurant and horse stables. Look, there it is. Welcome to Sevierville. Anyway, Sevierville is a large city, and though they have a lot of top attractions and are actually bigger than both Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, they don't draw in the same crowds. But this actually works in the Skyland Ranch favor. Because they are in Sevierville, they have more room to grow and less competition. And they have parking. Yes, they have real, free, honest-to-God parking, something that Anakista and Skylift Park don't have. And they also have something else that other chairlift parks don't have, a unique and different view of the Smoky Mountains, something that we had no idea about until we decided to head up there. In fact, we weren't even planning on going to Skyland Ranch when we went. We were actually sitting at the parking lot at Dollywood looking out at the sea of cars and people all crowded in the overflow lot E at the water park, wondering, why are we here? Just thinking of all those jam-packed people competing for space and shuffling through the overcrowded park below was not sounding all that fun. The idea of getting that massive wave of eager Christmas tourists and a hustle of strollers was just unappealing. We were so turned off by the sheer volume of people, we decided to leave and just try something else. We pulled out our phones and decided, why not see how much it will cost to get into Skyland Ranch and give them a go? We had heard good things about the place, but always assumed it was for little kids or people who liked mountain coasters. And because it was such a new attraction, we thought, let's give them some time to grow before we give them a go. It was the Christmas light show and the disgusting line of people at Dollywood that finally made us consider going. Somehow, we managed to get enough cell phone reception to look up the park and order our tickets online. Something I highly suggest doing during the busy season. Not getting cell phone reception, which is honestly a real hit and miss in Pigeon Forge, but getting tickets ahead of time. When we went to their website, we could see different packages and decided on the chairlift and general admission to the Christmas light show. That was good enough for us at the time. We paid the $60 and headed over there. Now, if we had planned things better, we would have learned that you can get a discounted ticket at Food City until January 1st. I guess that's what you get for rushing ahead. When we arrived at the park, it was a little before dark. We had to ask around to see what we needed to do once we ordered the online tickets. There were lines and lines at the ticket booth, and we just wanted to avoid lines. But it wasn't clear from the email confirmation what we needed to do when we got there. We just finally went to the chairlift attendant and asked her if we needed a wristband or anything. She just told us to show her the ticket on the phone and we can go up. We were more than okay with that. The attendant suggested we might want to wait until it was fully dark before going up, but we wanted to check out the ranch in the daytime and decided we would just try the chairlift later at dark to see the lights. I guess the ticket came with a 3-day pass anyway, at least the ones we bought, so we could have gone back any other time. It is suggested that you wait until 6 to enjoy the chairlift up ride and have the full Christmas light show experience, but there was a lot of other people waiting for that, and we decided to skip the line and head up before them. And boy, we were really happy with that decision because sunset at the ranch is really something to see and enjoy. Now, if we had bought a ticket package with the mountain coaster, we might have had to get a wristband, but the phone ticket seemed to work for the chairlift. So maybe it's the same with the coaster. And yes, the park has a mountain coaster. It's actually a really good one. The Wild Stallion Mountain Coaster at Skyland Ranch is 1.25 miles long, making it the longest mountain coaster in the southeastern United States. The ride duration is approximately 5 to 8 minutes, allowing riders to enjoy a scenic experience while controlling their speed along the course. Since you have full control of your speed, you can make the ride shorter or longer, depending on your daredevil tendencies. If you're like me, that ride would last 16 minutes and you have a line of people behind you grumbling at you the whole time. At least they can't high beam me. From down below, the coaster doesn't look all that special, but we've been on a few coasters in the area and it's really hard to gauge the ride from below, so try not to judge them from the parking lot. What I can say is that from above, looking down from the chairlift and walking bridge, that coaster is pretty cool looking. We will definitely try it someday, though I might not want to look down. You are pretty high off the ground for the whole mountain coaster ride. Access to the mountain coaster is from the ranch building at the parking lot. There is a corral for people to queue up when it's busy, which it was when we were there, and though the line to the coaster was pretty long, it was way shorter than the line to get on the trolley at Dollywood to get from Lot E to the entrance of the park. That didn't even include all the lines inside the park, so we weren't complaining. Most people will either ride the coaster first or head up to the top of the mountain on the chairlift. Obviously, we took the scenic chairlift ride up the hillside. because we didn't get the coaster experience. The Chairlift offers some incredible views of the Smokies and Sevierville. It's a relaxing and beautiful way to kick off your day at the Skyland Ranch. And don't let the seemingly low-looking chairs convince you that this is an easy ride for people who fear heights. No, there is some serious elevation gains as you head up to the top. Good thing for those who fear heights, Skyland Ranch has a shuttle service to the top. I'm not gonna lie, you really are high once you're up on that lift. So if you have any fear of heights, just take the shuttle. Another thing to note is that unlike Uber Gatlinburg, you can't drive up there on your own. So you will have to pay the admission price if you want to take in the views from above. Like I said, we took the trip just at dusk, and the view was really something. I would have to say that they beat Anakeesta and Skylift Park for views. Uber still has the best views for a paid attraction if you ask me, but I was really surprised how much you can see from the top, and I was impressed. The Christmas lights were on as we glided to the top, but they weren't quite as impressive during the day. It wasn't until full night hit that you can really enjoy them. As I've already pointed out, Skyland Ranch has a chairlift and mountain coaster ride. Those two are the big draws for most people, but they have a few other things that people might enjoy, especially if you have younger kids. Once you get off the chair, you'll see that the Skyland Ranch is home to some friendly animals, adding that classic ranch vibe. You'll get to see miniature animals such as small horses, miniature donkeys, miniature cows, I didn't see that one, goats, and sheep. It says on the website they have longhorns, but we didn't glimpse them when we were there. There's also a bunny village. I didn't see anyone petting the critters, but there is a petting corral as well. These adorable animals make a perfect stop for families, especially those with young kids. Skyland Ranch also has a decent-sized store. This isn't just any souvenir shop. It's packed with a wide variety of unique items. You'll find clothing with lots of bling, Smoky Mountain themed merchandise, and fun knickknacks that make for great keepsakes or gifts. Plus, if you need a break from the outside temperature, cold or hot, browsing the store is a great way to get warmed up or cooled down. We're in Tennessee, either one will get you. When you start feeling hungry, you've got plenty of options. Inside, there's a food court with all kinds of sweet treats, including freshly made cupcakes and delicious ice cream. With comfortable seating, it's the perfect place to relax and enjoy a snack or meal. For those who prefer the outdoor dining experience, Skyland Ranch has you covered with a variety of food trucks serving up the classic barbecue and other tasty options. The outdoor setup lets you enjoy the fresh air and beautiful views while you eat. One of the biggest highlights of the Skyland Ranch, at least for us, is the scenic walking bridge. This bridge not only offers stunning views of the Smoky Mountains in Sevierville, but also is fully accessible for all visitors. This bridge gives visitors spectacular views of the mountains in the distance, as well as other parts of Sevierville. Right across the street is Tander's Outlet, which is glowing with cars and businesses. And of course, you can check out the rest of the mountain coaster and decide if you want to take a ride down the mountainside. One of the more impressive parts of the Christmas display is the Tower of Lights strung down the middle of the bridge, stretching and rising to a height of over 40 feet in places. It's a peaceful, picturesque spot to take in the scenery. Along the way, you'll find informational plaques that share interesting facts about the area, making it an educational experience too. We really enjoyed our experience, though wish we had looked a little better for our deals online. I hate it when I miss a discount. But for the two of us, we thought the views were spectacular. And though the lights aren't as impressive as Dollywood, they did a great job, and it was a truly unique experience. Best of all, there wasn't a crowd of people. We could actually enjoy the lights without a shuffle of people and annoying strollers chopping at our feet. But a question on the forums popped up that I'm still struggling with the answer. Is it worth the cost, and would a young family like it? I'm going to be brutally honest and say that for baseline admission costs, Anakeesta still offers more for kids and families. But Skyland Ranch has many things that Anakeesta doesn't. There are two basic, really big differences though. The first is free parking. Anakeesta doesn't even have any parking, let alone free parking. And the second thing is that Skyland Ranch isn't as crazy busy, allowing guests to relax and enjoy the experience more. Younger kids will enjoy the small playground, and the coaster is fun for most ages. They have cute animals and space to run. And did I mention that they aren't as busy and crowded? Yeah, that's important to most people. The crowds in Gatlinburg have gotten out of control, and Dollywood is just as bad. So, if you want a low-key adventure and a really awesome views of mountains, Skyland Ranch is worth the admission price. And they are also at the stage of their development where you can find discount tickets on Groupon or other places. Just keep an eye out for them. And make sure if you're looking to plan a visit, head over to the website for the latest details on pricing, operating hours, and the fun extras they offer. I hope this video helps you learn more about the Smoky Mountains or helps you plan for your own next trip. You're getting an honest review from our personal experiences, but facts and things change, so please keep us in the loop if you learn anything new and want to share your experiences in the comments. Thanks again for visiting us at Bear Facts of the Smoky Mountains. Please click that like button and subscribe to our channel.